Hello everyone, this is Metroid Gamer here. Welcome to Metroid Prime 1, the Metroid Prime Trilogy series, episode 18. In the last episode, we have gotten our very own Plasma Beam. And it is actually the very first expansion that we get from Maverick Cameras. It is probably the only expansion that we'll ever get in Maverick Cameras, besides maybe missiles or energy tanks. So that's pretty crazy. It's actually something quite new. And also, we also got our X-ray from the Talon World, so we did get two things in one episode. So, yeah. And you guys said I actually wouldn't be able to do that at this point in the game. Well, I guess I kind of prove you guys wrong in that case. So, anyways, I'm mostly going to be backtracking a lot in this game, and actually, I'm also planning on maybe picking up some chosen artifacts, or some missiles, maybe even another energy tank, which would be crazy, especially considering that there's only two of them left. But actually, I can get all the energy tanks before I get all the missiles. I know, big surprise, right? It's like, everywhere you go, you see energy tank, and it's like, you see a lot of missile expansions, but you surprisingly don't see like so many of them in one place, or at least just right off the bat. But if I actually do find out that there's actually another missile expansion nearby, I'll probably go ahead and put an annotation right there. But yeah, so I went the wrong way. I mean, I could have gone that way, but I guess I didn't really think of it when I was playing through this area. But I was actually originally intending to go all the way back to Fandrina Drifts, so I could edit this part out if I want to. But I might, if I could think of some other things to talk about here, I might actually keep it. But yeah. So yeah, I actually am going to be heading back to Fandrina Drifts. I'm not going to be heading over to, that little granite area yet, because that actually is the area that takes you all the way to Phase Mines. It's a little shortcut. It's a nice little shortcut. And it saves you the trouble from, from finding all those ice troopers and wave troopers. And speaking of which, we're actually missing one more trooper, I believe, and that is the Plasma Trooper. And I believe I'm also missing the Limigek, which I am going to maybe find out in the next episode, or I'll probably annotate, like where you can actually find a Limigek. So I'll probably go ahead and do that. And of course, I'm still missing, a couple of boss names. I'm also missing, the final boss names. There's actually some Metroids that you can only find in the final boss area. So that is something I wanted to point out. And also, I wanted to show off, just how overpowered the Plasma Beam is. Yes, you can actually shoot them in one charge shot. So the Plasma Beam is actually quite overpowered in this game. It is actually the strongest beam that you can get. I mean, I do love the Ice Beam as well, because of what you can use against those Metroids. Yeah, you remember in the other episode I actually found a very cheap way on how to deal with those Metroid creatures. Just shoot one charge ice shot and then shoot a missile at them and they're dead. Instead of wasting 3 charge shots or 1 super missile, you can easily just do that, and it saves you a lot of time with them. And yeah, another reason why I wanted to do this actually post-commentary is because this episode in particular is actually going to be quite frustrating for me to, to commentate, as well as, try to concentrate on getting things that I missed, because I actually did miss a couple of things over at the research laboratory, and as you guys already know, it's really dark there. a lot of areas in this game are really dark. So if you guys have already caught, you know, that I actually missed a scan there, or if I missed a missile there, well, I don't know what to say right now. But I guess maybe it's just an LP curse or something, or, you know, a commentating curse. Sometimes, you know, I focus too much on my commentating as opposed to my gameplay, and then I end up missing a lot of things. But like I said, if I miss something, I'll go ahead and annotate it, so it's really not too much of a problem. But I do promise that I will show off every single, you know, collected piece in this game. So I will definitely be dedicated to that. And yeah, like I said, you know, I am going to be preparing something special for this episode. I'm pretty sure, you know, I already mentioned to a couple of my friends, you know, on my, you know, what I have planned for this episode. So I really, they know what's going to be coming up. They just don't know how it's going to sound. That's the only difference. So it's going to be a surprise for everyone. And yeah, so I'm actually going to head over to the gravity suit area where I got the gravity suit. Now, even though I do have the plasma beam, you can't actually freeze the icicles. You can't actually defrost the pools in this game because it wasn't really programmed that way. So yeah, maybe it's not really water. Maybe that's what it is. So anyways, I did actually scan that ice stalactite over in the episode where I got the gravity suit. But yes, you can actually use your plasma beam to actually defrost the stalactite and get your own missile expansion there. And again, that only gives us 145 missiles. There are a ton of missiles in this game, I'll tell you that much. I remember when I first played this game, you know, trying to find all the artifacts. You know, I remember going to this area and the research lab like a ton of times, you know, just to see if I missed anything, because those are the areas that were the most frustrating to me, so I tried to get those out of the way. Just so that way I can fight the final boss, which is a really fun boss, by the way. Well, actually, both of the final boss. The second boss that you fight before the final and the final, both of them are just... They're worth it. They're worth fighting in this game. And Meta really does have a really nice theme in this game. So yeah, I spoiled it. You actually do fight Meta really in this game, and he actually has a really cool theme. I'm pretty sure that I remember talking to my gamer friends, you know, about this game, and most of them do agree that the Meta really theme is very notorious for being, you know, just absolutely epic, very fitting for the boss theme, just very intense. I actually like it 10 times better than the pirate themes. The pirate theme is just way too loud, way too, you know, repetitive. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say it gives me a headache, but it just makes the situation a lot more stressful than it is. Especially when you're playing through a very atmospheric game like this. You go through the Pangea Drifts and, you know, you listen to a very, you know, calming theme or a very funky theme like this area right here. And yeah, I ended up falling there, but yes, there's actually something I want to get up there. Now, I do not actually have a, you know, particular way of getting up there. The only way that I can think of, you know, actually getting up there is if I do a space jump at just the right time and at just the right height. At the very top of my height, I should be able to grapple onto that little wrench of an icon from my grapple beam. Although I'm pretty sure there's probably an easier way to do that, but that's the way that I know. So, yeah. Anyways, I am moving on. So, as you can see, there's that glider there. We actually did scan, you know, back in the episode where I got the gravity suits. So, yeah, that's basically what the gliders are for. They're basically moving grappling hooks that you can actually grapple on. And yes, you can actually get power bomb expansions in this game. You actually can only collect up to maybe 10 of them, I think. I'm not sure if it's the same for all of the Metroid Prime games, but I know that Metroid Prime 2 you can collect up to 10 power bombs. So that's what the double digit is for. It basically means they collect up to 10 of them. And yeah, so basically right now I'm still missing one more missile expansion from this area right here. Remember that little missile expansion that we saw like under the ice over around this region area here? I don't remember the exact name. I think it's called Frost Cave. Yeah, like some of the areas here have like specific names to them, and sometimes it's easy to get lost, which is why you have those specific names on them, just in case if you end up getting lost. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot all the flying parts with my plasma beam here with my charge shot, and just burn them to a crisp. But yes, I also want to point out again that you cannot actually defrost the pool. What you actually need to do is you need to actually destroy a stalactite in order to actually break through it. I know, it's crazy. I mean, why can't I just frost everything? I got a freaking plasma beam here. So, but that's some areas of why I wanted to show off this area real quick, just how crazy the mechanics are here, and how, severely nerfed our plasma beam is. It's like, you go up to the Fandrana Drifts, you can't literally defrost Fandrana Drifts. It does not work that way. So, yeah. I also want to point out that, the aiming that you have to do to bring down the stalactites is actually quite picky. So what you can do is you can actually go to your options and then set your frame aim and actually put that on. Actually put that off, so that way you'll be able to, lock on directly at your target. And yeah, we actually end up getting 50 missiles, and this is actually where I want to go ahead and do my, my special. So this is the special dedicated to, having 150 missiles. Not 150 subscribers like I was hoping, but it's good enough. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, guys, we gotta wrap some Metroid Prime. I'll do the singing and I'll take care of the hard part. Let's get it on! I want to be the best there ever was, to beat all the rest. Yeah, that's my cause. Habeca, Zoomer, Triclops, Streak Bats, Reaper Vine, Lobflower, Taloncribe, Flicker Bats, Aqua Reaper, Ferrocycline, Limigek, Streak Bats. Scan them, gotta scan them all. Metroid Prime, I'll roll on Talon 4. Look far and wide, scan every lore, spam missiles at Ghost. Chesagos, Oculus, Incinerator Drone, Ice Beetle, Tangleweed, Aquasac, Sentry Drone, Glider, Pulse Bomb, Flongos, Grisby, Plasma Hive, Demon Runner, Ridley. Gotta scan them all, yeah. Gotta scan them all, yeah. Gotta scan them all, Metroid Prime. Ow! Burrower, Blastcap, Aya, Magma, Aquadrill, Sapsack, Venomweed, Potospore, Stone Tip, Strato Pirate, Bladed Beetle, War Wasp, Power Triple Baby Shaco, Thardust, Rebel Wasp. At least 150 more missiles to spam. To be a Metroid Prime Master is my destiny. Pheasant Leaves, Space Pirate, Jelzette, Parasite, Credit Puppet, Metroid, Puzzle Ripper, Crystallites, Beetle, Flying Pirate, Jelzette, Auto Turrets, Puffer, Bubble Wasp, Seedling, Mega Turrets. Whoa, catch your breath, man. Shake out those lips. It's underground from here. It's just 60 more to go. Now it gets tricky, so listen real good. Metroid Prime, Aquapire, Shiga, Ice Trooper, Plasmite, Flagra, Tentacle, Wave Trooper, Fission Metroid, Scatter Bomb, Ice Parasite, Omega Pirate, Ice Burrower, Plated Parasite. We're almost home. Gotta scan them all. Gotta scan them all. Yeah. Gotta scan them all. Gotta scan them all. Huh. Gotta scan them all. Metroid Prime. Yeah. Metroid Prime. Second form. Elite part on a Metroid. That's all, folks. Scan them. Gotta scan them all. Gotta scan them all. Metroid Prime. Scan them. Gotta scan them all. Gotta scan them all. Metroid. Scan them. Gotta scan them all. Gotta scan them all. Metroid Prime. And that is a wrap. So, yeah. Anyways, this is actually what I've been dreading to do for ever since I started this little recording. Well, actually, in a normal playthrough, this actually wouldn't really bother me, but if I would actually do this live commentary, this would actually be, you know, a little bit slightly unbearable, I guess. But anyways, I've already defeated all these Metroids before, so I'm trying to skip them all, but unfortunately there are a whole bunch of auto turrets and everything trying to, you know, to basically kill me here, so I kind of have to destroy them, so I went ahead and destroyed them anyway. So yeah, how do you guys like my rap? I know it's not the best rap, I'm not exactly the best rapper, so I guess you can say I'm super hot fire, I'm not really a rapper, but but anyways, again, I also wanted to show off that this is actually a very, very dark area. You cannot actually, you know, walk through this area without a thermal visor. I mean, you could, but it's just really dark. You can't really see anything. Of course, I'm pretty sure you guys remember this area where I first got the thermal visor. You saw all the trippy madness of this area. So, I also wanted to show off that you can actually destroy the sentry drones with your, I guess, your charged plasma beam against them. It only takes one shot and they're dead. So I guess it's one thing that kind of makes sense about this game is that, you know, all of these robots are made of metal, so theoretically they'd be weak to fire. So there is some Pokemon logic here. It makes sense! For once. Kind of. So yeah, I want to go ahead and see if I can. There's actually a couple of things I wanted to get from this area. There's actually, yeah, there's two things that I literally missed in this area. I wouldn't necessarily say it's embarrassing, but it's, I don't know, kind of disappointing at this point because, like, I'm going through this entire area again, and on top of that, I have to, you know, get what I need without the freaking thermal visor. I couldn't see shit. And I remember actually doing a live version of this, and I actually ended up falling off of this little warp ball track to the right of me. You see that little missile expansion right there to the right of me? Yeah, that was actually, you know, the one that I missed. Haha, get it? Missile missed. But anyways, you know, I also want to point out that you cannot actually keep your thermal visor on while you're in morph ball mode. It's always going to be in combat mode when you're in a morph ball, so it's going to be really dark, and the only light they can rely on us is the side of this morph ball track here. So it's still really, really dark. And I guess the light from your morph ball kind of helps slightly, but not very much. But surprisingly, I was actually able to do this in one go. Like, I didn't fall off this track or anything. It's hilarious. I spent like almost 2 minutes doing that, you know, rotation area, and it only took me like 50 seconds to do this little portion right here in the dark. I don't even understand my skills sometimes. It's like I can do the hard parts, but the easy parts I end up just fudging over or something. I know, crazy, right? So, anyways, moving on here. Yes, I'm still missing one more scan here, and it's actually in the same room conveniently. And I'm hoping it's the only scan that I'm missing right now. And yeah, that's my brother's dog barking in the background. He's taking over my show, guys. It is now Dexter plays Metroid Prime 1, the Metroid Prime trilogy series. I don't know how to go about that. I think he has too much bark. But yeah, anyways, he's taking over my show. He's mad because he wants to have his own show. But anyways, there's actually one more thing I need to get over at the research lab area. And I don't know if I actually showed off in the episode, but in one of those little pillar things, there's actually a sheet of ice that you need to melt down with your plasma beam. And you actually have to do this in order to actually complete the game at any percent. It doesn't matter if you're going for 100% or not, you actually have to do this part. And this is actually one of the first artifacts that I got in my very first run of this game. Because I knew that there's going to be one artifact in this area just because it's really annoying. I just did that just so I can get this little area out of the way. It's probably one of my least favorite areas in the game, but at the same time, like, there are some areas that I quite like. Like, say for instance, this little area right here where you had to fight the flying pirates for the first time. Yeah, I actually quite enjoyed that. I actually did. And I remember, you know, showing off that the super missiles can actually shoot them in one shot, and now you can actually shoot them with the charged plasma beam in one shot. It's crazy. So it means you can actually save up your missiles pretty easier now, just because, you know, of the plasma beam. But anyways, we do get the Artifacted Elder. I have no idea why they call it the Artifacted Elder. I mean, it would make more sense if this is over at the Chosen Ruins, we're right next to the Elder statue, but they decided to call that here. I guess it's probably like the area that they originally intended the Chosen Elder to be. They intended to be in like an Icicle area or something. I don't know. This game is full of mysteries. That's why they give you like all this unnecessary information to kind of like clot it up a little bit. But yeah. And also there is a save station there, but I'm actually not going to save there because, like I said, you know, even though I do like the observatory area where they have, you know, the entire solar system of Talon 4, I always thought that was pretty cool. And I've also mentioned in that episode that I would consider that a Metroid fan room because of, you know, how freaking big that little hologram is. It's like, I swear, if this is over at like a Metroid museum, like, I think it would definitely sell. I think it would definitely sell just because of how freaking, you know, marvelous it is. But yeah, there are a lot of things about this game that could actually be, you know, employed to like an amusement park ride or something like that, like in 3D. It does remind me of Spider-Man 3 a little bit, just a tad. But yeah, there's not really too much, you know, to talk about at this point because basically this is kind of going to a closure for this episode. You know, I'm just skipping all these enemies because, like I said, I do not like this area that much. I mean, it was okay the first time that I saw this. In fact, it was actually kind of cool. But when you're backtracking it, it starts to feel a little bit like a chore. So that's the reason why I wanted to get this one out of the way and do basically all the other ones later. But I guess scavenger hunting can be fun in some ways. Anyways, this concludes the episode of 17 of Metroid Prime 1, the Metroid Prime Trilogy series. This has been the Mega T Gamer here, signing out. In the next episode, I will decide, whether I want to, backtrack a little bit more, then get back to our adventure, or just head straight to adventure. So I will see you guys then.